Carry on my wayward son. There'll be peace when you are done. Lay your weary head to rest. Don't you cry no more.
Welcome to another episode of Action Video Game Talk. I'm your host, Scott Action Jackson. Thanks for joining me today, or tonight, or whenever you're watching or listening to this episode. I do have another list of news articles to go through, so let's hop right into it. Sony's PS4 console is set to get a range of new accessibility options in upcoming firmware patch 2.50. That's according to IGN Middle East, which reports a new accessibility menu is currently in beta with a view to immediate release. Leaked by Twitter user @isAparrot, the additional options mean gamers with disabilities will be able to enjoy titles much more easily than they currently do. As you can see from the image, there's a vast array of accessibility options for a number of disabilities, including visual impairment, hearing impairment, and physical impairment. The list of accessibility features include text-to-speech, zoom, invert colors, larger text, bold text, high contrast, closed captions, button assignment, and add to quick menu. While we've yet to see any of these in action, the Twitter user has explained that add to quick menu adds a link to the accessibility menu on the quick page menu, the hold PS button page. Some of the other additions are pretty self-explanatory. We don't know when PS4 Update 2.50 will arrive, though app suspension has been tested for the patch also. It's also worth noting we've seen images of custom button mapping appear too. As it stands, this level of accessibility options aren't available on any other consoles. One thing that I do enjoy reading, and more or less enjoy in overall, is when not only video game companies but other companies overall can make stuff that helps gamers that have disabilities. I know previously there was an article maybe last year where there was somebody making, I think, a custom PS3 controller for somebody who only had one good hand. And this is great for people who have, some disabilities who actually cannot. Trying to find the right way to say this. To me, it's great that Sony is actually being able to introduce some of these accessibilities for people with disabilities. Like it says in the article itself, some of them are self-explanatory. Text-to-speech, which kind of is closed caption, but there's bold text, which can make it bigger. There's high contrast, invert colors, larger text, button assignment, which can be handy for people who might have issues with their fingers and hands. And being able to set the accessibility option to the quick menu is another bonus. Now, this is supposed to be part of the PS4 Update 2.50. Now, we don't know. According to this, it's still in its little beta stage, so they are testing it out. But I'm guessing it probably should be in the next patch that's coming out. I know I'm not currently up to date on their current firmware number updates, so I do hope that this is coming out soon, so that it will be helping out some of those gamers who do have some disabilities. We got to applaud Sony for doing this. I mean, as the article says right now, no other console has been doing this level of accessibility in the options. We're surprised it's taken this long. Finally, Microsoft has announced the Halo Master Chief Collection Xbox One bundle. This bundle comes with the 500GB Xbox One wireless controller, headset, and the entire collection of Master Chief-focused Halo games. Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary, Halo 2 Anniversary, Halo 3, and Halo 4 are all included in the package. All the games run at 1080p, 60 frames per second, To top off the Halo bounty, the collection also comes with Halo Nightfall, the live-action series produced by Ridley Scott. Look for the bundle, which costs $3.49 on shelves this month. To me, the biggest issue with this is that it's taken Microsoft so long to finally get around to doing this. They should have released this when the Master Chief Collection first came out. And not only that, it only has 500 gigabytes of memory. It would have made more sense for them to put a 1 terabyte hard drive into this bundle. But no. Microsoft is being late to the party with this for some stupid reason. But at least they're finally getting around to it. I mean, I guess Microsoft was taking a while because they did have that Assassin's Creed bundle for a while and it was selling a lot, so I guess this is to also help out with the Halo 5 pre-orders, I guess, or to get people interested in Halo 5. Considering that Halo Nightfall is kind of a lead up to the Halo 5 Guardians game. But yeah, like I said, to me, the biggest issue that this should have been done when the Master Chief Collection first came out, and it's just, to me, a bunch of crap that they are finally getting around to this. But at least it's still $3.49. Following the sad news of Leonard Nimoy's passing, Star Trek fans across the web gave their tributes to the actor behind Spock. To honor the actor, Cryptic Studios, the team behind Star Trek Online, has added Leonard Nimoy memorial statues to specific parts of the in-game universe. The update replaced statues in symbolic locations within the game, inscribed with Spock's most iconic lines, such as "Live long and prosper" and "The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few." The new statues featuring Spock's likeness are just the first phase of Cryptic's tribute to Nimoy. The development team has also added memorial plaques with the names of members of the Star Trek family who have passed away. In addition, black flags will begin hanging in Earth's space dock. Now, when the news broke of Leonard Nimoy's passing, there was a lot of online talking and tributing going on by way of, videos and games online that were doing their own tributes. I know in Star Trek Online at first there was some kind of memorial, people gathering was taking place on Vulcan. And I know some of these memorials and statues that are being placed in the Star Trek Online game, there's some on Vulcan. And then there's supposed to use, a few more additional, tributes in the game. But they haven't exactly given all the details right now. Now, I know I helped out with a Phantom Knight, did a little tribute to Leonard Nimoy. I volunteered and gave a few opinions on some best things that he did, which to me was the Star Trek Search for Spock movie and The Voyage Home, which he directed both movies. Now, as I said there, the first time I saw Leonard Nimoy kind of on TV in any way, shape, or form was through a documentary called In Search Of. And I think at this point, you could probably find the whole series set of In Search Of on Amazon or something. But that always had to do with some kind of a mysterious stuff, unsolved stuff. But yeah, my first time seeing Leonard Nimoy in the Spock character was with the very first Star Trek movie, which didn't really get over that well. Which did lead me into the original TV series, and I did see a few of the animated cartoon series, but not that many, not that much of it. I am glad that some of these video games are doing their own tributes to some of these great actors and people who have passed away. The Turkish government could be about to ban Minecraft in the country for being too violent, according to a new report. Turkish websites reveal the country's Family and Social Policies Ministry has finished a month-long investigation into whether the game should be available in the country. The investigation deemed Minecraft too violent, and the ministry has now forwarded its report to the Legal Affairs Department, with instructions for how the ban will be implemented. Whether or not it comes into force depends on the Turkish courts. Although the game can be seen as encouraging creativity in children by letting them build houses, farmlands, and bridges, Mobs, hostile creatures, must be killed in order to protect these structures. In short, the game is based on violence, the report reads. The Ministry is reportedly concerned its children may confuse the game world with the real one and start torturing animals. Worries of social isolation or, on the flip side, internet bullying have also been raised. The importance of teaching your children the difference between real and fictional universes is strangely omitted, however. Who else is thinking, what the hell is going on here? Yes, the game does encourage creativity by building houses, farmlands, bridges, and other stuff. However, it's not focused on violence. I mean, if you want a game focused on violence, look at Mortal Kombat. And hell, look at Grand Theft Auto. That's the worst part. Hell, why isn't Turkey covering that as far as a too violent game? I mean, my God, Minecraft is like a blessing compared to Grand Theft Auto. And the very last thing that said on this article here, the importance of teaching your children the difference between real and fictional universes was omitted from this report. Are the parents and grown-ups really that stupid that they can't teach their children the difference? No, it's not the issue with kids, because the grown-ups are the ones who are worried about, where was it here, about children torturing animals. They think children are going to be torturing animals because of this game. No! What kind of freaking idiots are in charge over there? No, seriously, we should just remove all video games from Turkey, because apparently the government and everyone over there making these decisions are just complete fucking idiots. I mean, seriously, look at some of the other games that are out there that is much, much worse than this. I mean, you got the Resident Evil games, you got Silent Hill games, you got the Grand Theft Auto games. How is Minecraft supposed to be too violent? Do you know what these mobs are? They aren't actual people that they're trying to kill that are being mobs that are attacking you. They're zombies, they're creepers, spiders. They are creatures. They aren't real animals trying to kill you. I mean, if you attack a wolf, that'll attack you, but how long did they say that they were doing this study here? A month-long investigation. What were they, investigating children playing this game? What, they assume just because children played the game for a month, they think the children are going to start doing this stuff in real life? Jesus Christ. What the hell is wrong with these people? Well, that does it for this episode of Action Video Game Talk. Once again, thanks for joining me today, or tonight, or whenever you're watching or listening to this episode. Later on, I will have the separate clips up if you want to check those out. Down below, I will have the Facebook link, and also the email that you can get a hold of me at for Action Video Game Talk, as far as questions and comments that you might not want to post on Facebook or YouTube. But then again, anybody is open to ask any questions that they want to, or leave any comments that they want. The email is actionvideogametalk@yahoo.com. So, until next time, bye.